Japan household spending jumps 5.1% in August, with virus curbs lifted. Household spending jumped a real 5.1% in August from a year earlier as Japan had its first summer in 3 years without anti-coronavirus curbs, prompting consumers to spend despite the rising cost of living clouding the economic outlook, government data showed Friday. Japanese households spent an average of 289,974 yen, $2,000, up for the third straight month, but real wages fell 1.7% from a year earlier, down for the fifth straight month, threatening to cool consumer sentiment and posing a challenge for the government and the Bank of Japan. Rising prices of energy and everyday items have been weighing on consumer sentiment in the absence of wage growth, which has not been seen in Japan for years. Japan's core consumer inflation rose 2.8% in August. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida is asking Japanese firms to consider keeping salaries at least on pace with accelerating inflation when they hold management labor union wage negotiations next spring. More robust wage growth is also a critical factor for the Bank of Japan, which still believes it necessary to maintain its ultra-low rate policy to protect the economy from surging commodity prices, amplified by the yen's recent sharp drop. Outlays on entertainment, hotel stays, and package tours gained 20.6%, while spending on transportation and communications gained 11.6%, the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications said. Expenditure on health and medicine increased 15.1% as Japan saw a surge in COVID-19 cases driven by the Omicron variant of the coronavirus this summer. Japanese people spent less on furniture and household items than a year earlier when many areas of the nation were under a COVID-19 state of emergency. The figure was down 10.8%, driven by reduced outlays on air conditioners and other home appliances. The latest data is a key indicator of private consumption, which accounts for more than half of Japan's gross domestic product. Japan's economy has bounced back from the impact of COVID-19 countermeasures, but its pace of recovery has been relatively slow compared to other major economies like the United States. Japan should aim for an economic growth rate of 2% to 2.5% in real terms in fiscal 2022 and 2023 by promoting pay increases that can support consumers, private sector members sitting on a government panel said earlier this week. The government is planning a new economic package for the end of October that will include steps to ease the pain of inflation on households. This podcast is created by Kronos Worldwide Productions.